We will tell you to remember this. You are here, but for a moment. It may seem like you are here for 50, 60, 80, 100, 120 years, but it's a moment. So to the best of your ability, if you are not enjoying the moment that you are in, try and live today in some small way as if this were your last week on Earth.
One final question for the Z's. Lee gave us the image of an angel standing right behind us that we're a part of, if you will, as a human being that is part of this auric field that we're expanding. I'm wondering how the Z's, how you see, give us your image of the empowered sensitive. You mentioned this wide aura. How do you see our multidimensionality? How do you see our auric fields relating to each other? If you can sort of paint, if you will, a picture for us of empowered sensitives and a culture where that's considered normal, what it looks like.
The empowered sensitive image we will give you is, imagine a cord running from the inside of your body through the top of your head up into the sky that is endless. So it keeps traveling upwards. You are always connected to your higher self, your higher beings, your higher knowing. Even if you aren't placing your attention there or highly aware of it, you are corded up above you. You are also corded slightly down into the ground, but this only goes, we will give you the measurement of, let's say, 2 to 3 meters down into the ground. No deeper. You do not want to go deeper. That's not necessary or required, and it will disturb your field. Then imagine you are 12 times as wide as you are in your aura. So your physical body, imagine that 12 times as wide, and you are in the center. So there are 5 or 6 of you either side of the you that you are seeing. That is your radius, but your radius is permeable, yet boundaried. So you are allowed to let things in and out. And as a wise, empowered sensitive, you know when to bring your radius in. So there will be environments, people, times where you will adjust. That is the empowered sensitive. It is not a fixed being. The empowered sensitive is one who knows how to flow and shift and essentially shape-shift in order to make themselves smaller or bigger, depending on what the scenario requires. And they are very comfortable doing this. This is why the shadow for some empaths or sensitives, when they get very fixed to that identity, is they want to stay in a certain position. And they say, well, this is who I am and this is how I feel. And we always would say, if they were challenging us with that, well, right now, yes, but you will evolve if you want to. So the empowered sensitive has the capacity to be enormous in its radius, in its ability to experience everything. But in its wisdom, the empowered sensitive knows how to shrink itself down and become invisible. For they are less concerned with what is happening on the planet in their human identity, in their human role. And they are more concerned with what is going on in their energy field. And that is the shift that you as a planet are making as a whole. It is already beginning. Mindfulness got very popular as a term some years back, and now the nervous system has come into the fray and more people are aware of it. This is all good. These are all jigsaw pieces of the puzzle, but none of them are the final destination. They are all pieces that you need to recollect and reconnect with in order to fully re-embody yourself, your sensitivity. So the last thing we will say about it is the empowered sensitive is one who understands the other side. You don't necessarily have to be full of metaphysical beliefs about the other side, but you're very aware of your connection to it. Even if your sense of that is limited, you know that you are bigger than this body. You know that you are connected to things beyond this body. You are aware of that. And you are no longer living as a mind inside a control center thinking that you are in charge of a human dynamic. You are aware that you are collaborating with the universe and with your angelic beings, many of whom are represented in that singular angel that we gave you the visualization for. For some, you do have an enormous singular angel, and for others, the enormous singular angel is a metaphoric representation of all of the angels or benevolent, helpful beings you are surrounded by, the ones that you will allow that close to your body. So we hope some of that gives a perspective. And of course, it is unique and different for everyone, but that is the best way we could describe it to the core understanding of the group that we are speaking to with you right now.
On behalf of everyone here, I want to thank the Z's for your generosity in coming forward and speaking through Lee here in this session, and just give you an opportunity as we close if there's anything final you want to say.
We appreciate your graciousness, Tammy. We are not generous. That is not an understanding that we have, but
I
we
experience it
recognize
that
it as
way.
a compliment, and we appreciate that. We are simply energetically available, which is a form of generosity on Earth. For generosity is a quality that has been lost on Earth because people do not trust harmonic relay. Some do, and some operate with generosity because they understand that they are here to give and flow and let things flow. But there are many on Earth in scarcity or in fear who have lost that quality of generosity as an act of connection. But that's really what it is. So it is our honor to connect with all of you. We recognize the challenge of your times. Some of us in this group have been incarnate on Earth before. So the challenge of Earth is not lost on us. But as we have always said, Earth is also an extraordinary place to experience your consciousness. There is literally nowhere like it in the universe right now. And it is also at the forefront of a major shift in consciousness that will ripple not just across Earth, but galactically. So there are many beings who are greatly interested in what is taking place on Earth. And we will give you one last thing. We know some of you get very heavy with the weight of the world, and we will tell you that you have been fed this. We understand it's convincing, but the negativity loop that many of you have been asked to get addicted to on the planet, it is pervasive and it affects all of you in different ways at different times. Some of you have managed to mostly free yourselves from it, and you're very aware of it. But we will tell you to remember this. You are here but for a moment. It may seem like you are here for 50, 60, 80, 100, 120 years, but it's a moment. So to the best of your ability, if you are not enjoying the moment that you are in, try and live today in some small way as if this were your last week on Earth. And it will immediately take you away from the scripted narrative that's designed to bring you down or disempower you. And you will no longer have interest in that. And you will suddenly find yourself walking outside and looking at the magnificence of a tree. And you will realize that you and that tree are running energy between yourselves. And that is one of the gifts, one of the many gifts of being alive. So whenever you get stuck or pulled into the negativity loops that are running on the planet, designed to keep you small, remember you are vast, and that your soul is vast, and that there is so much on this planet that you can connect to, not just for your own benefit, but the tree benefits too. Connection and harmony between as many beings as possible on Earth right now is the goal. And if you can find a way to bring that harmony and connection into your life today, you are serving not just yourself, but the greater good where consciousness is concerned. Good, in peace and in love to all.
Well, thank
Thank you,
you,
Tammy.
Lee, for your human generosity, bringing through the availability of the Z's and really lifting us up. Thank you, friend. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. It's my pleasure. And I as a fellow human, I'm always grateful when I'm lifted up. So if that's what that did, wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tammy, as ever, for your brilliant stewardship. And thank you to all the
Again,
great
friends.
questions. I heard.
Yeah. And if you want to learn more about the Empowered Sensitive, it will be happening live May 6th, 17th, and then an integration session on the 20th. It'll be Lee Harris, the Z's, and guest teacher Sat Devber. Okay, friends, you can find out more information. There's links and the learn more button. Meanwhile, go be with a tree
Yeah.
as
Thank you so much, Sam.
as we were gifted. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Lee.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, friends. Thanks for being with us.
Discover on-demand videos and docuseries, explore a full schedule of daily life classes, and become part of an incredible community. At Sounds True One, we invite you inward to find your way your way.